Hey everyone, Andrea here. In today's training, I'm going to be teaching all about how you can get financial security as a freelancer. Let's get right into it. So, a lot of people come to me and say, how do I get this financial security when freelancing is so inconsistent? I won't make enough money. It's not a secure job option. Now, I want to debunk that myth because a lot of people who are wanting to get into the freelancer space don't realize that you charge per hour or you charge per package. And when you do that, you actually make a lot more money than in your 9 to 5. So it's quite astounding how much money you can make, and there isn't much of a ceiling, especially if you do have packages or you evolve into an agency. So today I'm going to give my 5 tips on how you can get this financial security as a freelancer if you're just starting out. Okay, great. So let's jump right in. The first thing to do, guys, so tip number 1 is to establish a comprehensive budget. Now, this sounds very easy and basic, but a lot of us forget to do this, especially when becoming a freelance digital nomad. So we need to really look at our income and expenses and make sure that we can afford our cost of living. So first I want you to start off by looking at your accommodation, your travel expenses, which could be transport like flights, and also your food costs. And then I want you to take in any other travel specific costs like visas, travel insurance, or co-working space memberships. So when you do your budget, make sure you take into account every line item associated with your travels as a digital nomad, but also as a freelancer. Okay, so once we've got that, then you can actually analyze whether you do have enough income to support your lifestyle. So that's the first step. If you need some tools to get started, try Travel Spend. It's a great app to manage and track your expenses while on the road. Tip number 2 is to diversify your income streams. Now, first off, I want to talk about time zone. As a freelancer, you have the freedom and flexibility to work from anywhere, and that means you can have clients anywhere in the world. So you could have US clients, European clients, and clients in Asia. That is a very exciting income potential. So it helps with seasonal fluctuations, and it also helps with diversifying your portfolio. Okay, so look at where your clients are based and whether you can get work from different areas and locations. A great app, if you're a little bit worried about time zones, is called World Time Buddy. It's awesome. You can put in as many different locations and you can see whether you can work within that time zone and what will work best for you. Now, with diversifying income, we're still on tip number 2. You also want to look at maybe you can offer different services. So you might be, for example, a social media freelancer, but perhaps you can offer content writing services on the side as another stream of income. So look at how you can diversify your services, looking at your current skill set. The last way you can diversify your income streams is to look at creating passive income. Okay, there's tons of ways you can do this. I have a whole course on this, but essentially some ideas could be designing t-shirts. You could have digital products on Etsy. You could have your own YouTube channel. There's an endless amount of ways to make passive income. Or another simple way is you could let out your apartment or house on Airbnb if you are a property owner. That's a great way to make passive income. So when we're on the road, a great way to just mitigate the risk of not getting enough income per month is to diversify your income streams. So that's tip number 2. The third tip for today is to prioritize remote-friendly skill development. Now, as a freelancer, you want to always make sure that your skill set is marketable. In a highly saturated and competitive world, you need to push above the rest, right? So you need to be in a continuous learning mindset and keep upgrading your skill set. So some great sites where you could do that, a lot of them free or very low amount of affordability, so low cost are sites like Coursera, Udacity, we've got Udemy. These are all Skillshare. These are all great places where you can upskill at a very low rate. And also look at upskilling in areas that are high in demand, especially in the remote workspace. So digital marketing, web development, graphic design, translation, these are all areas, virtual assistants. These are all areas where you can upskill in and grow your skill set. So this is something I would recommend to do on a continuous basis. The fourth tip I want to give to you today is to invest in travel-friendly financial tools. So while you're on the road, it's important to keep in mind your financial situation and to try and make sure you're making as much wealth as you can, even while traveling. Okay, so first off, let's look at some remote-friendly travel tools that are in the financial side. When you are traveling and you want to make payments, it can be quite tricky, but there's amazing banks now which are virtual, such as Revolut and Wise, where you can get an account as well as a card, and you can use this to make seamless international transactions as well as very low currency exchange rates. So try those if you are getting on the road, because this is going to help lower your expenses every month. Great. The next one I want to recommend under your financial tools is to always look at how you can automate your savings and your financial contributions every month. So how can we do this and automate this? There's really great tools and apps. Some that I can recommend are Acorns. The other one is Stash. And this basically puts interest into different accounts and makes sure that you're making wealth while traveling. So see how you can do that. Make sure you're making that interest on your savings and that you are actually kind of optimizing your financial status. And then another thing under the financial tools, which I want to highly recommend, is that you look at travel rewards programs, credit cards, and loyalty programs that offer points so that you can grow your points and get discounts and savings on flights, accommodations, and other travel expenses. This can save so much money, especially when it comes to being a digital nomad and needing to pay for these types of flights continually throughout the year. And because you're traveling so much, you will be able to earn points at a much faster rate than the normal traveler. Okay, my fifth tip for today is to protect yourself on a personal and professional level. So let's talk about that. What am I talking about? We need to protect ourselves financially. Firstly, on a personal level, we need to have comprehensive travel insurance. Now, this is very important because anything can happen and you need to mitigate your risks and liabilities when it comes to your own health. So if you have comprehensive travel insurance, then you will be able to do this because you'll be able to go to any emergencies, any baggage loss, trip cancellations, that'll be covered. And these unforeseen costs can really impact your bottom line as a freelancer, especially if you don't have that huge savings safety net. So make sure that you have comprehensive travel insurance. I'd recommend SafetyWing. There'll be a link down below and you can click that there. Awesome. So protecting yourself from a professional basis is also extremely important. So how do you do this? You need to have robust contracts and legal agreements with your clients. Now, the reason for this is that you need to make sure that you've outlined your scope of work, the payment terms, and the time when you can get released from the contract. So this protects you from any unwarranted firing or unsure of when you'll get paid next, and also how you'll get paid and how often. If you have a contract in place, this makes sure that you take away those risks of not getting paid and not getting your consistent income. So make sure that you cover yourself from that perspective. Some two really great softwares that you can use that really help freelancers with the contract side is Fiverr Workspace as well as Bonsai. So try out these two platforms. It has done for you templates and contracts and really helps you set up your freelancer business so that you can be as successful as possible. Okay guys, and I also have a bonus tip for today. So my bonus tip is something that I think is very important, and it's to actually get your clients on a consistent basis and get income every single month. So this is how you do it. You basically package your services as a retainer or on a subscription-based model. Okay, so what does a retainer mean? It means that you offer your services either on an hourly or package rate per month on retainer. Now, this means that they pay you every month, and it allows for your consistency in terms of income, but also consistency for the client because they're getting consistent services every month from you. So it's a great way to create trust and a relationship, but also for your finances to stay intact, okay? And once you have multiple retainer clients, you will have a set amount of income per month that does not fluctuate. So it allows for consistency. Awesome. Great. The subscription model is a little bit different. This is where you also offer services per month, but it's on a discounted rate. So instead of someone paying on a project-based rate, they will actually pay subscription every month, and if they go for the subscription, they get a little bit of a discount. You can also have different subscription tiers, so you can have a medium, low, and high subscription that someone can opt for. This is very easy and quite a good way for you to make consistent income as well. On the subscription model, you can offer lowest amount of services at a low amount of hours or input, and then you can have even more clients. So that's my bonus tip for today. I highly recommend that one. I almost think it's the most important for consistent income for freelancers. Guys, if you want consistent financial security as a freelancer, then you need to be proactive, adaptable. You need to take on these 5 tips to actually make sure you build foundations for financial security. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Give a like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. It's Work Wonders. My name's Andrea Smith. I'm a remote career coach, and I'm so happy I could help you today. Feel free to put any comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.